in your mindset?
Yeah, that's just kind of the role that I think I'm going to be thrown into a lot this year with this team. Mizo, Wu, Javante, just DJ being thrown on, elite players and on other teams. And, I'm always up for the challenge. I talked about it sometime earlier this year that, I like the challenge. I like the competitive nature of it because I know I have to bring my best. If not, these guys are capable of, having really good games. So just try to do my best. Paul George is all-star, all-NBA, MVP conversation this year for a reason. He's a really good player and he showed it.
Just in general, what did you think of your team's response, particularly after what happened Friday in San Francisco?
Yeah, I liked it a lot. I liked some of the adjustments we made. We had some sacrifices from some guys, changing their minutes, changing their roles a little bit to try and help the team win. Excuse me. So in that aspect, just adapting to our current situation, without Vooch and trying to find ways to win. It was just a good response, because anytime you start off a road trip, and you kind of get smacked like that, you need to respond and show up and kind of show what type of team you are. And I think we did that.
Hey, Alex, when you're going to be defending someone of that caliber, how much of it is film study to look for tendencies and things you want to do for him? How much of it is you saying, all right, in this possession, I'm going to kind of attack and be into the body. And in this possession, do you have to mix it up so he doesn't get comfortable with your pattern? What approach do you take to a guy like that?
A little bit of everything. Our coaches do a great job of putting together a game plan and a scout to try and help me out, try and help whoever it is that's guarding these really good players. And then it's just about competing a lot, because there's going to be possessions. There were possessions tonight where I played, really good defense, and he just made a better move and either made a shot or got somebody else an open shot, and you kind of just, tip your hat and go on to the next play knowing that there's going to be possessions like that in the game. But, it's up to us to compete and to just look at every new possession as just what it is, a new possession, a new opportunity to try and get a stop.
There's like a lot of pressure and extra man at DeMar, Zach, sort of Friday and Golden State again tonight. Just kind of what can you guys do to sort of help alleviate the pressure on those guys, and just how do you guys combat that, knowing that the team's going to do probably without Vooch? Yeah, we're trying to learn and kind of adapt on the fly. I think we did a better job of getting guys to the middle. It's classic basketball tactics. You get two guys in a trap. You get two outlets on the side, get one guy in the middle, and then it's 4-on-3 on the backside. So you just got to find the shot. And I feel like for most part tonight, we did that. I got a couple open shots that I just didn't make. We got a couple looks at the rim. It's really just about, we know DeMar and Zach are going to get theirs. And then obviously, when Vooch comes back, they're going to get theirs. And it's kind of just up to us to find our rhythm through the game when the opportunities arise, kind of take advantage of them.
Usually teams like to match to size. When they're going to defend, and not diminishing any of your abilities or any, your interest in doing it. But did you have anything when the coach said you got that guy? Did you have any? Not to say you didn't want it, but just think, you sure they don't want me on that guy?
No, that's never my mindset. I've talked about this, in previous years. Just I'm a little naive when it comes to basketball and what I think I'm capable of doing. Every time I get a matchup with a guy, and it just adds the amount of reps that I get guarding them, the amount of times that I've seen them do their moves, do their, get to their comfort spots, kind of see what they like to do. It's just, me adding stuff to the memory bank, me adding stuff to what I know and how I can guard them better. And, obviously I'm probably not going to match up with guys much bigger than Paul George. He's 6'8", 2 whatever. But no, that never really crossed my mind. Whether I'm guarding, Dame, Steph, or KD, James Harden, Paul George, I kind of just show up and expect to compete and try to get some stops.
Have you ever come into a game? You haven't started a load of games in your career, but have you ever come into a game and said defended someone better than that, someone a higher level player than that player?
Starting a game?
Starting or coming in, if did you ever come in and, they have to face Embiid or Jokic or, somebody.
Talking about guys of size?
Size and talent combination of Paul George, all-star, all-NBA.
Yeah, no, most times I'm on wings and guards, just because, I'm all of 190. You know, I might even look heavier, but I got skinny legs. I don't have a lot holding me down there. So I don't usually bang down in the post. You know, I'm usually a guy on the perimeter chasing the guards and stuff like that.
Alex, I don't know if you guys noticed, there were a ton of Bulls fans here tonight.
Yeah, there was a good amount.
Yeah.
I noticed that.
Have you given a thought about what it's gonna be like tomorrow night? I mean, I assume there'll be Bulls fans and also there'll be Laker fans. And I'm guessing a lot of them will be cheering for you. Have you thought much about what tomorrow night will be like?
I have thought about it. My bad. Didn't see you in there. I've thought about it a little bit. You know, I know there's going to be some emotions on my part, just as far as, you know, it was a special place for me for 4 years. You know, anytime you win a championship with a team, it's really special coming back. But then, I mean, doing it, you know, in LA with the Lakers, one of the, if not the, you know, historically one of the best franchises in the league. It's really special. And the bond I have with the fans, teammates, coaching staff, player development guys, you know, front office, you know, it's still there. It still resonates. You know, we still have great bonds and relationships with them. So it'll be great to see them. But I mean, obviously, when the ball goes up, I'll be pretty focused on the game.
You're gonna guard AD tomorrow.
Not by myself.
What did you think you saw from DeMar when you came out of that timeout with about 10 minutes to go when they took that lead for the first time?
We never panicked. You know, we just came. I mean, like I said earlier, like I had a shot to push it to 4 or 5 points and I missed, and then they came down and made. And you know, that's kind of the flow of the game sometimes. You know, sometimes guys have good nights and guys have bad nights. And we came to the timeout and nobody was really flustered or bothered. We just talked about stuff that we needed to get into. And, you know, DeMar and Zach are playing at a really high level, so we know we're going to try and get offense and get them the ball. And I think he got a mismatch with somebody and then came in and made a big shot. And that's just kind of what he's been doing all year.
Hey, Alex, you guys talked in the preseason that, yeah, you know, we'd like to do this and this, but nobody knows what you guys are going to be because you're practicing against each other. And, you know, I mean, are you ahead of what the expectations you guys had for this team? Are you about what you thought? Or, you know, I mean, what was your feelings going into this thing and what's the reality of it 13 games in?
You know, we didn't really set any expectations at the beginning of the year. We talked about trying to grow, trying to live in the moment, and trying to earn everything, you know, and I think we've done a good job of that so far. Excuse me. We really didn't talk about expectations about finishing in the standings, playoffs, you know, chasing whatever. We really have just tried to be really present and really focused. And I think that's probably why we've gotten off to such a good start, is just trying to figure it out within each other. And we're still growing. We're still getting better. You know, I'm really excited just to kind of see where this team can go.
Just, I mean, I know it's getting ahead, but I don't know how many teams have beaten the Clippers and Lakers back-to-back at the Staples Center. How big of a statement would that be if you could do that tomorrow?
I don't know so much about statements, but as far as us, you know, playing basketball the way we want to play and you know, showing up and, like I said, being present and just trying to win every moment, that would be great for us. You know, still coming off of, you know, a really not a really poor performance, but getting beat like we did in Golden State, coming back and proving that, you know, we're a better team than that. We're resilient. I think tomorrow might be even another test for us on a back-to-back against a good LA team that, you know, after having a little success against the Clippers, we're going to see, you know, how we show up and how we compete. And I think that, if anything, will be more of a statement more than a win-loss.
Were you aware that you're leading rebounder for the team?
I wasn't, but I saw that I had 9 at the end of the game, and that was surprising. I thought I had like 5 maybe, but 9's a lot.
Have you been the leading rebounder often?
No, rebounding is not my forte. It's defense, passing, and creating.
What do you attribute that to?
Playing small and then just trying to be active. You know, I knew the type of, you know, competitive effort that we were going to need tonight, and I just found myself, you know, ball bounced to areas where I was at, and I tried to be aggressive and go get it.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Alex.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it.
See y'all.